Hello everyone, today we are going to be playing a deck that is mostly blue with just a bit of yellow. This deck is all about Learned Imitator, and as target for her we have 4 copies of Ixtol, which is the optimal target most of the time, and 4 copies of Womp and Miso. Additionally, we are trying out the new card Refraction, so we have 4 copies of this. It's a pretty interesting card, very situational though. We also have the combination of Jotun Hurler, which provides additional snowballs, which can be useful to transform Womp and Miso faster, and Strategize. These are just 2 cards that go very well together. We also have Mavlov Huntress and Desert Alchemist with Plunder that can also do some work with the Hurler. And we have Rost, which is just, it's just a powerhouse, really, there's no other way to put it. Additionally, we have some Sky Serpents, not super exciting card, but since we are playing Primal Symbol for both Womp and Miso and Learn Imitator, then we can play it on turn 2 sometimes, which is good. We have a Primal Market, and there we have Lightning Storm to deal with decks that go wide, Aerial Battle for obviously the Flyers deck, Linray Codex, which is our ultimate way to win the long game. We can get the flying, we can get the stun, and we can draw many cards. We have Cirso, which is very good against a lot of decks, not so good against other decks, so that's why it's on the market. And Power, which is always good. Additionally, we have 4 copies of Ice Bolt and Permafrost as additional removal. So that is the deck. Now let's just play a run of Gauntlet and see how the deck does. Alright, here we are against the first opponent. It's gonna be the Oathbreakers deck, which is a lifesteal deck. Green black, or green purple, I should say. This hand it doesn't do anything, right? So we need to redraw. This one is very similar. Hopefully we draw more power. Alright. That's not gonna do it. The Ice Bolts are not very good in the early game, because we don't want to help him ramp. It would be too good for him to get an additional power at this point, so we cannot do that. Hopefully these guys can survive. They are a lot easier to transform when you have multiple of them. Cannot block. Alright, that's fine. So they will be transformed here. That seems good. The other option, it was to play the Merchant to get the power from the market, but this seems a bit better since he has these units with Reckless. So, never mind. Well, it's still good, but we will not be able to block that one yet. We may have to use an Ice Bolt on that one, which is fine. We can kill this now, and we even get to play another one. And typically you want to use Ice Ball on the opponent's turn, because the power is depleted. But right now, since he already has 6 health, and I know this deck has weapons, I'm gonna do it now, because it would be very easy for him to just play a weapon and then I cannot kill it. that is very bad against this board. We can just kill them. Alright, and now we can actually go to the market here. We won't be needing the refraction on this match, so let's just grab the power. And now we just need to end the game before the opponent can try to come back from this. So I don't think he can. Just need to wait for the snowball animation. There it is. And a couple more. Almost there. And finally. Now we're facing Kiss of Death. And this hand has only one power, so we're gonna have to redraw. This one doesn't have a lot of action, but I think it's gonna be fine. Hopefully we draw something good. Alright, that's pretty good. We can keep that. Do we want this? Yes, I think we do. And now we want to play this so that we can transform that into a power here. So we can kill that. It's not exciting, but it is fine. When I see this card, I imagine that he has weapons. And then refraction is not very good against weapons. Let's just play Rost. Maybe he can absorb some removal. That's not ideal. We can play one of these guys, an Ixtol, and start attacking. That is interesting. We could trade it for the Rost. That way we remove the cards and we get to ramp with the Ixtols. That seems pretty good. And now we even get to play the merchant. More merchants. So what do we want here? We want the codex, and that's it. So no more merchants. That is fine. Alright, so we can stun this guy. And just attack. Now the game is almost over. Another attack. And there it goes. Reactive tactics. This deck is full of ambush and fast spells. It's all about playing things on our turn instead of theirs. And this hand is fine. We cannot play Womp and Miso on turn 2. But that's not very common because we don't need a primal symbol for that. Yeah, this is good. Let's just play Womp and Miso. Refraction could copy Ian and block, and since he has decay, it will leave him without the ability to attack. So it wouldn't be terrible, but also not super exciting, so let's not. And let's just grab the power from the market. That way we can make sure to play an Ixtol next turn. Or potentially a Womp and Miso even. No, I think we want an Ixtol. It's a bit better because we are gonna kill something, so we get to start ramping right away. Hopefully he blocks here. I don't think we want this. No block. And there it goes. To the void. Let's just play more of them. That is good. Let's see what he gets. That is a good one. But we're still winning the game though. We should probably kill the blocker with the snowballs. but it's not gonna make any difference in this game. Prodigal skills. Alright, so this deck is all about having battle skills, which is fine. It's not a super scary deck. And the hand here is looking okay. We have the third power in the form of Maploft Hunters. Maploft Hunters, I guess it's the actual name. Alright, let's start with this then. Also, I don't hate just killing that right now. It is somewhat problematic potentially, but we do have removal, so I think it's okay to wait. All right. Okay, since I have nothing else to do, I'm actually gonna kill it now. I don't think we need two of those from the market. Right now we only want the power. Again, we don't need more of those. We will get to play an Imitator on turn 4. That is fine. Hopefully it can survive for a bit. No. He has already used his entire hand almost. I think he can give him endurance, so I'm actually gonna remove that. He has a spell that gives endurance and gets +1/+1 for each of the battle skills of the units. I don't wanna block, and I wanna kill it now, I think. Yeah, that seems good. Because he has Exalted, so if he plays a unit after, then it gets a lot worse killing it. Let's see if he wants to trade here. Thank you for that. What do we want here? I think we should start with this. Alright. And I'm gonna grab the... I would like to grab the Codex. Even if Ixtol dies, we can start activating the Codex to get more cards. Alright. That is fine. Let's just... we need more power here. We need to draw... we just need to draw power. And here it is. And we are facing the Minotaurs. That deck can be pretty powerful sometimes. There are some good synergies in the deck. This hand is just fine. We have the strategize with the giant here. This one is fine. So this one's gonna grow if he gets a weapon. So let's kill it. And now we can just do this. Or should we go to the market? I think going to the market for the power is a bit better. That way we get the treasure trove when we play the Silex. And that has revenge, so it's a good target for this one. Unfortunately, we don't have 5. We should probably do this first. Okay. It was a bit unfortunate to draw these two, since we could have played one with warp. But it's fine. Can't really complain about drawing Rost. And he's going to die. But he's gonna come back right away. Such a cool card. And another one. Alright, so this one could be a problem. Let's see if he goes for the double block. He doesn't. Well, I guess it wasn't very good for him, since Ross would have killed both. Let's just play what we have in the hand. I think we will be using the Ice Bolt. That's fine. We already have a Ross coming back next turn. I think this is a good opportunity to kill this one. I think I just need to kill the blocker here. So he should be dead next turn. To a snowball. Alright. Apex Predators. This hand doesn't do very much. It could be fine. I prefer to keep this hand because I can see how it will work. When you replace the hand, you can get stuck with a hand, with 2 power and nothing to do. So this one I think is gonna be fine. I should have played the primal symbol first, in case I draw Womp and Miso. I can play it now. That way I can potentially play an Imitator on turn 4.
You cannot put out the light.
We will be saving the Silexes. Maybe they can... Maybe they can be enabled soon. There were a couple of weird cuts there, sorry about that. And we get to start playing the Rost. The Walking Glacier. And we have one with Warp. Let's just... Alright, he doesn't want to trade. That is not good. Also not very good. Alright. That kind of ruins our plans. Very unfortunate. Well, let's just kill one for now. I see. So he's gonna kill Womp with the killer attack. So I might as well block that. But that doesn't do anything. Alright. This will be a good moment to use the refractions, but since we have the Rost, I don't think he will be attacking anytime soon. So it is better to just apply some pressure, I think. So let's see if you want to trade. This is fine. He loses everything and Ross comes back. If he doesn't gain life, then this Ross is gonna kill him. Let's see if it works. There it goes. And for the final boss, we have Defender of the Spire. Players start with 5 influence in each faction. So this boss is one of the strongest ones. Can feel very unfair at times, but it depends on how good his draws are. As far as our initial hand, it's looking pretty bad. We cannot do anything with this. Cannot play any of the card. So we need to redraw. This one, it's a lot better. I wasn't thinking about the 5 influence in each faction. We could have played Womp with the other hand, but that's still not good enough, I don't think. We don't need more of that. We already have too many 2-drops. Alright. Let's just play a Womp and Miso. Hopefully this gets to transform. I don't like seeing that card. Luckily, we can just kill it with the hunters, and it is important to kill that because he can play the Mantle of Justice, I think it's called. It's a weapon that gives +1/+1 for each green influence, so it's gonna get really big. And the Silex is already active. That is very good for us. Now I could play a Snowball just to transform one faster. I don't know what type of removal the opponent has, but I'm gonna do it anyway, since I don't think the Snowball is gonna be very useful. So might as well try it. Maybe we can avoid a torch or something like that. Alright. So here we could do 4 points of damage with the Huntress. Let's just transform that. Do we want to transform it back? No, not really. A lot of snowballs flying around. He's already pretty low on life. We cannot kill it with this because the power is gonna be searched. It's gonna be played from the deck before the 7 damage is applied, which is a bit unintuitive, right? It's not what it says on the card, but it is what happens. So we could combine it with a Snowball. As an alternative, we can look in the market. We are still far away from casting the spellcraft on the codex. So yeah, let's just do that. And I think we're gonna get Cirso, the pig giant. That's pretty big, but it doesn't matter. We have already won. Alright, so we got a fast start there and the opponent didn't do much, since we got to kill the 2 initial units, well, the 3 initial units really. In conclusion, Refraction, very disappointing card. We didn't cast it once. I did cast it a couple of times when I was testing the game. It's just not a very impactful card, and it is very situational, so it's not really something that I see myself using in the future. Anyway, thank you for watching and have a great day.